I am live now. Okay. Hey, how are you today? It's been a couple of days. I've been very, very busy. I'm about ready to go on vacation, so you might see a little bit more of me around in the week to come, especially with this convention, the Democratic National Convention. So, what is to say? I mean, you probably know my position and my take on this. So, just saying, that right now it's 8 o'clock. I guess all the festivities eventually kicks off officially at 9 p.m. Well, we already know Joe Biden is the presumptive nominee, and Kamala Harris is the running mate. And so you basically got two moderate Republicans running against an extreme right wing Republican, two right wing extreme Republicans. So you got Donald Trump, who's basically bordering on fascism, versus Joe Biden, who's pretty much for the year 2020 ain't that different from a late 70s, 1980s era moderate Republican. And then for vice president, you have a religious extremist who wants to create basically a 700 club based Sharia by the name of Mike Pence against basically a cop, a, 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 a cop who's okay with police brutality by the name of Kamala Harris. I'm not happy with this choice in November, by the way. I'm just telling you. Um, I don't have that deep of a problem with John Kasich, former governor of Ohio, speaking at the convention. Yeah, I know he's a Republican. He's a never Trumper Republican, and he is what I would define a quote unquote sane Republican. He's too conservative for me still, but um, they don't make them like John Kasich anymore. They're a little more like they're unfortunately a little bit too much like Tom Cotton these days, and a little less like a little less like Bob Dole, who was once considered an extreme conservative, arch conservative, and now someone like Bob Dole, the former senator of Kansas, would be considered a responsible, sane moderate. Um, of course, they would love they would love to ignore Bernie Sanders, but Bernie Sanders has made just enough impact to make the DNC uncomfortable, and for that I'm grateful. I mean, I mean, I like the fact that Bernie Sanders is the philosophical or ideological bomb thrower in there because they certainly been needing it. But thing about John Kasich speaking, they going out of their way for the Never Trumpers, Lincoln Project, people like that. But they try not to have Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez speak, and she's speaking for what I've heard. I just listened to the Rational National today, and he was saying that it was pretty much 60 seconds is what she was allotted to speak, or was it Kyle Kalinske? I don't know. I was 60 seconds to speak at the convention. They found a way to not allow Andrew Yang to speak. Um, I like Andrew Yang. It's a little bit too economically libertarian for my liking, but I did like the fact that he popularized the idea of UBI, which is picking up steam, and I I respect that he kind of kicked the debate into a debate that the corporate Democrats and your standard Republicans do not want to have, which is all the more reason I'm grateful to Andrew Yang for bringing it up. And Tulsi Gabbard, who nominated Bernie Sanders in 2016, she too many people made too many made too many conspiracy theories about her and made her a pariah, which is why I think she ended up endorsing Joe Biden so she could get the DNC off her back. And plus, I think that when her term is up and she's no longer a member of Congress, in the, I believe, the second district in Hawaii. I think her plans is to run for governor of Hawaii, or maybe the U.S. Senate later on. And I look forward to seeing more Tulsi Gabbard in the years to come. I don't think she's going away. Medicare for all. Thank you, Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib, for voting no, because the Democratic Party did not want to put Medicare for all in their platform. And they're caving in to Republicans already for Congress right now. So even if the Democrats win, I don't even think we're going to get a public option. I think that what's left of Obamacare is just going to be just fumes, as opposed to what it was initially, which wasn't even that great. And the Democrats are going to sit there and talk the issue to death. Even if they get a supermajority, I know they're not going to do what's right. But maybe I'm being pessimistic, but I'm usually correct. And in spite of all that, the lesser evilism. Well, let me just set the record straight. I am, for the first time since the 1992 presidential election, will be voting for the Democratic nominee. I'm not doing this with any enthusiasm. I'm not doing this out of love for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. In fact, I despise them, but I despise Donald Trump and Mike Pence even more. And I expect nothing from Biden, as opposed to expecting more of the unfortunate same from Trump and Pence. And I think it will get more dangerous if Trump is reelected, because I don't think he'll serve a full term. He will either be removed from office or he'll die in office. He's not healthy looking. And I think Mike Pence could be the next president if Trump is reelected. And I don't care what anybody says. Pence is dangerous. He must not be the next president. And I'm just saying that. So if you live in a safe blue state, or you live in a hopelessly reactionary red state, don't worry about it. Vote your conscience. You can vote the Green Party, or you can not vote, and it's not going to matter, because a red or blue state, they're not going to budge either way. Your vote's not going to affect the electoral college. Now, if you live in a swing state, as dirty as it may feel to do it, I will hold your nose. I would just hold the nose. Go ahead and vote for Biden and Harris, and run to the nearest toilet and violently vomit. Why lesser evilism? I say do it for Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Do it for the preservation of Social Security, for climate change, for the preservation of the First Amendment. Do this for people of color, for the LGBTQ community, for immigrants. Because right now we're on a line between a very, very unstable, deeply corrupt democracy, which is debatable. You can call it a democracy these days, but does have some of the looks of it, versus America turning into Chile, 1973. And I'd rather have a corrupt pretend democracy than to experience helicopter rides. Because if Donald Trump and Mike Pence are reelected, and somehow the Republicans remain in control of the Senate, and if the Republicans gain control of the House either this election cycle or in 2022, we could see a very dangerous situation that I don't want to see in this country. If I have to compare it to anything, compare this election to the recent French election, where Joe Biden is basically Emmanuel Macron, and that Donald Trump is Marine Le Pen. Anybody who keeps up with international politics will know what I'm talking about. Anyway, if you like what you heard, press like and comment. If you hate it, press dislike, comment. Either way, hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to get up to 100 subscribers. I'm almost there. I'm asking you to do this so I can get a URL so this channel can have more visibility and grow. And that's pretty much what I have to say. So, and let me also add: if you got a platform of your own, use it. Use the First Amendment to its fullest, because we are the muckrakers of our time. And until next time, peace and Bernie Sanders for president 2024. And no, I'm not kidding when I say that. I really do mean it.